Thanks for joining us again on another product review. Now, if you've watched our videos, you know we love our portable power stations. We just got back from a trip to the National Indoor RV Center's Music City Motorhome Expo. We had this exact power station. It was actually quite useful. We used it every day. On the way down, on the way back, when we got stuck, we were using it. We're gonna review this. This is one we have not had on our channel. Now, we've had Jackery on our channel before, but some of them are much more expensive. Some of them are less expensive. This is one that kind of fits in that lower price tier. A power station that is very versatile, one that a lot of people could use whether you have a big motorhome or just a weekend tent camper. Now, this is the Jackery Explorer 2000 version 2. You're gonna see we have two of them here. There's a reason for that. What's nice about this, again, it goes into like that mid-tier. It's not those big 5,000 watt ones. This is not going to run a motorhome. What this is good for is if you have a motorhome, it's a nice accessory. A lot of times you don't have enough outlets on there. I know that's one of our big issues. A lot of times when you're driving that motorhome, you're going down the road, you need to hook up your computer if somebody's working, a GPS, a TPMS, all different things, phones, tablets. There's not enough outlets up front.
Radios. Radios.
Yeah, radios. This has a ton of different outlets. We're going to go over everything. The other thing that's nice about this, it has a 2,000 watt inverter with a peak over 4,000 watts. So this is going to be able to power every major appliance, refrigerator, microwaves, dehumidifiers. We're going to demonstrate a couple of things, but this is going to pretty much run everything you want. If you want to run a hair dryer or coffee maker, this will do it. We also keep one of these in the back of our trucks. We also have them at home. I know I have them hooked up to our fitness equipment, so if the power goes out, you can still run your treadmill or your Peloton bike or wherever you want. TVs, no problem with this. So let's go over some of the specs on this and demonstrate a couple things. So we have two on here. The mindset behind it is that you have one that's being charged either by an AC outlet or by solar, and then the other one is working, right? It's marketed as an efficient emergency home backup. So you want to be able to, it's almost like hot swappable, like a magazine. Get rid of the one you don't want, put the other one in, and let the other one charge either by solar or by AC outlet. Getting much smaller. So if you've watched our videos, you know, we've been doing these power stations for years. First time we put them out, these things were 50, 60 pounds. This is coming in under 40 pounds. It has the built-in handle on it, so it's pretty light. It's a light unit. It's also nice if you want to do some curls with it, you can do that. But this is in at under 40 pounds, 2,200 watts on the inverter. That is the continuous with a peak of 4,400 watts. And this will charge from 0 to 100 in 1.7 hours, of course, using the rapid charging through an AC outlet. You can also charge it via solar, which we've done. Right now it's very cloudy out. However, the other day we had a little bit of overcast. I had them set up. Two different panels on here. We have, of course, the Jackery 100 minis, and these are super light, one finger. And what's nice about this is that it's super portable. So just undo the two buttons, you set them out. Those legs are on Velcro and they'll just open up and you can set it up however you want. And it's very space efficient. These are the 100 watt panels. And if you have something smaller, you're a tent camper, you have a small trailer, those will be fine. Or if you want something a little bit bigger, you have the Solar Saga. These are 200 watt panels. And again, these also fold out. Of course, you have more solar panels and give you more energy. What's nice about these units here is that you have double inputs for solar. And we'll give you all the specs toward the end of this video, exactly what this is capable of. Let's come a little bit closer. I want to show you a couple things. Number one is the Jackery app. So I have the app opened up on my phone. These are both connected. To my left, you can see everything mirrors. So this is at 93%. There's no input coming in. If it had solar, whatever solar, or if I'm on the wall, it will tell me what's coming in. The DC and AC are out. If I want to turn the light on, I can certainly do that. You see the light just turn on. I turn it on high. SOS, we could do all that or just shut it off. And then it tells me when I'm going to turn the screen off. So 2 minutes or so. If I want to turn the screen off, 2 hours. It's also going to tell me how long I'm going to be at this current rate. So at this current rate, 99.9 hours. Now, if I plug something in, of course, it's going to start to drop. Let's look at the front of these units. They're both identical. Over here, you have the DC 12 volt. This is essential. Like for us, we have that TPMS on our dashboard. Now, if we have any other accessories, we only have one 12 volt to plug in. This is really nice because I can keep this right up front and plug whatever I need to on here. Then you have the rest of the standard inputs. You have a USB-C at 30 watts, at 100 watts. This is the one MJ likes to use for the MacBook. It gives a good energy. You have USB-A at 18 watts. Then of course your ACs, you have 3 outlets here, 120 outlets for a maximum combined of 2200 watts. This is all pure sine signal, so it's going to be safe for your appliances. Let's go over to the side of the unit. This is where your normal AC outlet is going to be, and there's your DC input for your solar. Now inside the package, in the box, you're going to get the unit itself, you're going to get a manual, and of course you're going to get your AC cord input. Now they do sell different packages, so if you want the 2 of them, you want to add solar panels, you can do all that. If you buy the solar panels, depending on what panels you get, if you get the 100 minis, you do get the appropriate cords. And how this will work, it's very simple. I'll just demonstrate quickly to you. You can put up to 2 of them in here. That one side, DC, goes into the DC input on the actual unit. And then on the back of these, once you open up these panels, you can see over here, you really can't mess this up. It's kind of idiot-proof, which is why I like it. You see the tab here, this goes plugged right in there. You're good to go. You open up these panels, and if there's sunlight out, it will start producing electricity and recharging your unit. If you decide to use the Solar Saga 200 watt panels, of course the cabling's a little bit thicker. Also the cabling has some more features. So you have your USB-A connection in here, which you can charge your devices, as well as your USB-C. It's going to connect the same way. So you come over here, plug it in there. On the back end, of course, it has the same input. You will go and find it on your panel. Plug them right in. It only goes in one way. So very simple, really kind of idiot-proof, which I like idiot-proof. Let's get to the moment of truth. No matter what I say, it doesn't really matter unless this performs. So we're going to show you a couple things. And we try to change it up on different videos. Sometimes we do rotary buffers, sometimes we do heaters, sometimes we do microwaves. Air dryers, yeah. The point is we try to get this to the wattage where they say it's supposed to run, and then we try to get it to shut off, because if you put too much, you want it to shut off as a safety mechanism. And we'll give you the specs again at the end of this video. So we have a couple of common things on here, one being a vacuum cleaner, a shop vac. This is a 2.5 gallon shop vac. These are notoriously power hungry. We have a dehumidifier. Reason is because we do keep a dehumidifier on board, especially when we're in storage. I know I have Crocs
now,
on.
hon, I know somebody's going to say something about your
Crocs are awesome. I don't care what you say.
Those fashionable shoes you got.
I'm at home. And then finally, we have a small space heater. This is not a really large one, but this is one I could find. We're currently at 93%. I want to show you on the app. Again, 93%. There's no output right now. You see the temperature of the battery is 17 degrees Celsius. So let's start with the dehumidifier. It is very humid out right now. It is very humid. It's been raining a lot. You can see how green the grass is. I just cut this grass 2 days ago, and it's going to be about due soon. Anyway, so right now, the output, it's about 53 watts or so. That is what it's saying on here, 53 watts. 22.5 hours, this will run at this current rate. Let us turn on the space heater on high. Let's turn that space heater on. And now it kicked up a little bit more. We're at 307 watts. These are not too hungry. I should have picked up some hungrier things. We're moving up there a little bit. 363. Let's turn on the shop vac. Yeah, that'll get it up. There we go. Shop vac is at 1433. 1349. But you see this is running with no problem. I think I should try to find some other things just to try to max this out, at least get it to the 2200 watts. A couple more things. I did bring back the rotary buffer because I actually use this a lot. So let's turn everything else on. This is rated 18.3 amps for those 3 outputs. I think I have a way I'm gonna be able to trip it, and we want to try to do that. So let's turn on the dehumidifier first, and let's just see where this is showing up on our actual app on here. You can see again 53 watts on the output. Run that compressor. We're now going to kick on the vacuum cleaner. I think the vacuum cleaner is going to do it in. Well, let's put the dehumidifier first. Now the dehumidifier is on. We're at 1632 watts. Let's kick on the vacuum. That's it. The vacuum did it in. It did its job. And that's really because of the amperage. It's not going to be the watts, but you could see it ran the compressor as well as a dehumidifier, and then the vacuum was too much. So if that happens, if for whatever reason, let's just power everything down, this gets overloaded and it does what it's supposed to do. All you have to do is just cycle the power. So I'll shut the power off. We'll kick it back on. Of course, the DC and the AC are going to reset also. I'm just going to turn the AC back on so that green light goes back on. You could do it from the app. That AC button is back on. Now, you heard it click. Now I'm just going to right back on. It's that simple. Let's give you some of the specs on this. Again, this is the Jackery Explorer 2000. This is version 2, V2. The capacity is 45.6 amp hours or 2042 watt hours. This is a lithium iron phosphate battery, which means it has a cycle of 4,000 full cycles. It's still going to be at 70% of capacity. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot. If you did full cycles of this from 0 to 100 every single day, that's going to be about almost 11 years, 10.95 years. That's a long time. Reality, most people are not going to use this at that level. The weight is 39.5 pounds, like I told you a little bit earlier. The total AC output, 2,200 watts, and that, of course, there is a surge on there. So if you get that initial spike, it will be up to 4,400 watts of a surge. The maximum amount of solar you can use on here, 400 watts as far as input at 21 amps. Now again, there's all different types of units from Jackery. If you want something less expensive, if you like this, if you need something with more capacity, if you want 40 watt panels, 100 watt panels, 200, 500, they have that. The Jackery website down below, we also have a discount code. We want your feedback on these. Carry them on my truck at work, carry them on my personal truck. We have them in our basement. We have one backing up our server. We carry them on the motorhome. These are so nice. I actually told MJ, I said when we get our next house, if we have like an outdoor pole barn or something, instead of running electricity, you just get one of these, you know, a little bit bigger capacity, 30 amp output, put it right into the fuse box, put some solar panels, you're good to go. Because what are you really using on it? You're not powering it all the time. It's just to run lights and maybe a compressor. They're super valuable. We want your feedback down below. Do you like this? What do you have? What do you recommend? If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we'll put our RV Essential Upgrades playlist. We'll also put our RV Newbies playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey for a lifetime. We'll see you on the road.